Hey everyone, think research always starts with reading tons of papers? Not necessarily. If you're a beginner, flipping the process, starting with data collection first, can actually make your research clearer and more focused. But before we get into that, let's talk about one of the most important tools in social science research: surveys. In today's video, I'll show you why flipped research can be a game changer for novice researchers, how to create a survey step by step, and how to write effective survey questions. Let's get started. First up, what is flipped research? In traditional research, you start by reading hundreds of articles for your literature review before collecting any data. But if you're new to research, this can be overwhelming. Flipped research suggests starting with data collection, like distributing surveys, before diving deep into existing studies. Why is this helpful? You get real-world data first, which helps shape your research focus. It prevents you from getting stuck in theory overload, and your literature review will be more relevant because you'll already have data to compare. Now let's talk about the most common way to collect data: surveys. Surveys are a structured way to gather data from people. But how do you actually create one? Here's the step-by-step process. Step 1. Define your research question. What exactly do you want to find out? Make sure your question is clear and specific. For example, instead of "how do students feel about online learning?" try "what are the biggest challenges university students face in online learning?" Step 2. Choose the right type of questions. There are different types of survey questions, and each serves a purpose. Closed-ended questions like multiple choice or yes/no. Example, on a scale of 1-5. How confident are you in speaking English? Open-ended questions allow for detailed answers. Example, what are your biggest challenges in learning English? Likert scale questions measure opinions on a scale. Example, I feel confident speaking English in public. 1 =, strongly disagree. 5 =, strongly agree. Step 3, keep questions clear and neutral. Avoid leading questions. Instead of "don't you think online learning is boring?" try "how would you describe your experience with online learning?" Step 4, keep it short and simple. Aim for 10 or 15 well-structured questions. People are less likely to complete long surveys. Step 5, test your survey before distributing. Give your survey to a few people to check for clarity. Revise any confusing questions. Once your survey is ready, you can distribute it online using tools like Google Forms, SurveyMonkey, or even a simple paper form. So, why should you start with data collection before your literature review? It narrows down your focus. You'll know what issues really matter. It makes writing your literature review easier and more relevant. You get first-hand insights instead of only relying on existing studies. Pro tip: after analyzing your survey results, you can go back and find academic studies that support or challenge your findings. So, if you're new to research, consider flipping the process. Start with your surveys first. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever created a research survey before? What challenges did you face? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more research tips. See you next time.